Unfortunately, there is a lot of anime out there that, at first glance, people make assumptions about the series. That it's just going to be some smutty, dumb show that just is all about titillating certain aspects of characters and that there's no meaning behind it. And yes, My Life as Inukai-san's Dog is one such series. A series that most people are going to throw away. It's going to be one of those series where there's going to be tons of articles made about how this is the downfall of anime. Again, not seeing the actual message underneath, the depth in the characters themselves that does truly need to be looked at. But this is my thoughts, my first impressions of My Life as Inukai-san's Dog, a 12-episode series that is airing in the winter 2023 anime season, so let's jump right into it. My Life as Inukai-san's Dog opens up from the first-person perspective of a guy waking up in the middle of nowhere. And it's wet, it's cold, it's freezing, and he has nowhere to go. He can't speak and he can't move. But then comes along Inukai, somebody that this person knows, and she quickly picks him up and carries him all the way back to her home. The entire time he's wondering what's going on. Why can't I speak? Why can't I say anything? Why is she carrying me? This is the girl that I actually go to school with. And yes, the better question is, why can't she carry me? But once they arrive at Inukai-san's house, that's when she sets him down and then goes to get herself ready. And then her mother shows up. And it's obvious from the expression of Inukai, she doesn't seem to like her mother. There's a disdain there. But for some reason, her mother looks very welcoming, very wholesome, very heartwarming in her expressions. And being that they just came in from the outside, she decides, look, you should take a bath, get warmed up. And oddly enough, Inukai brings the guy with her into the bath. And that's where it's discovered. He finally discovers why Inukai is able to carry him around. He is turned into a dog, a puppy. And being as Inukai doesn't know that this dog is her former classmate, she's very comfortable with this dog, assuming it's just a puppy. And so yes, she discloses, she takes him in there, washes him down, washes herself down, and then proceeds to do puppy sounds and woofing, all to the pleasure that she has this cute little dog with her now. And that's where things get a little bit worse for this guy now turned dog. As Inukai's mother is wondering, does he know any tricks? And she's like, no, it's a puppy, it would never know tricks. But then later alone, Inukai tries to get this classmate now turned dog to do commands, to sit, to shake. And this becomes a conundrum for him because he realizes the moment that he does what she commands, he truly becomes a dog. But yet, from her expressions, he cannot resist it. He decides to sit. He decides to finally put his hand on her hand, which is kind of a big deal for him. This is somebody in his class that is kind of untouchable. And now finally, he'd be able to touch her hand. And it means a lot to him. And that's when she finally gives him the name Pochita. Yes, just like Chainsaw Man. It's a popular name. It's not ripping off Chainsaw Man. It's just a popular name in Japan for a dog. And that is My Life as Inukai-san's Dog. I have to truly say this show is doing much more than what it seems from face value. When I see the PV, I'm like, yep, this is going to be one of those shows. Enjoy it if you want to enjoy it. Don't watch it if you don't want that. Because yes, it's going to get very risque. And based on the PV, again, it's only going to get more and more risque from this point. Very spicy. But again, like I said earlier, there's value in here that I think a lot of people are missing. The idea of Pochita himself, when he's first transformed into this world, he's stuck. He's obviously changing forms from being a person that has, much muscle, bigger stature, a lot more flexible. Now he is this puppy that is not even able to move because he's so cold. And of course, there is the value of the fact that he cannot speak up. He can't give words to what he's trying to say because obviously he's now a dog. So there's a communication break that's happening there. He's wanting to extend communication, he's not able to. I think they really nailed the point of discovery as well. Again, he wasn't able to really kind of see it for himself for a long time because he was unable to move. It gives that sense of, like, what am I now? This girl's able to carry me, so obviously I'm just a head now. Did I get decapitated? And now is she going to take my head back home? But this extends even further. Like, the big pinnacle point of this series, I think, is really obviously the point in which she gives commands. This is a turning point. This is the point in which I become the dog. I then give up to commands, and thus I become her dog. And I think it's a really crucial point to his story. I'm joking. I know. It's a dumb, stupid, ecchi show. And it's doing really good so far. I think I dragged that a little bit too long. But it's fun. It's fun. What? It's fun. It did kind of surprise me, the idea that they were trying to do something really deep with the later part. Again, like the whole commanding thing, like if I do this, I then become her. But she wanted it, and he couldn't resist it. I think it says more about him than anything else. This girl really, really wants me to do something, so I'm going to obviously do it. But no, the first episode was really solid. Again, I'm not really going to expect too much of this series. It looks like it's going to be basically ecchi for the sake of ecchi. It's just basically giving the male gaze aspect to the perspective of a dog. And that's what they're doing here. Now, will it do anything more than that? I'd be very shocked if they did. It does seem like there is a little bit of emphasis, or at least they're trying to do some characterization of Inukai herself. Again, this aspect that it seems like she doesn't really have a good relationship with her mother. Every time her mother comes around, she just gets very, very short with her. Gives an expression of dislike because her mother's around. It does seem like her mother's very doting, so maybe she doesn't like that. Maybe she's lashing back. But again, I think the main thing that's going to be for Inukai especially, I don't know what they're going to do with the other girls so far, but at least for her, it seems like it's going to be that aspect of she's the cold, cool lady at school. She doesn't do anything. She just kind of sticks to herself. Her expression's very cold. But then, oh, here, now I'm finally seeing this other side of her. Suddenly, she's just acting like an absolute dork in the bathtub. It's so stupid. She's just kicking her legs like super fast and yelling woof woof. And then, yes, obviously biting and licking his tongue. Who the hell does that? Who does that to a dog? I mean, I guess a puppy, it's easy to do that, but you don't do that to a dog. A dog's gonna bite you in the face. Don't do that to any dog. A puppy, yes, you could get away with it, but don't do that to a dog. That's a sign of aggression. They're gonna bite you in the face. But again, we know what we're here for. We know what we're here for. That was, you know exactly what they were insinuating with that whole thing. The beak being very long, and we're going for something there. Like I said, the ecchi's good. So far, the ecchi's really solid. It was kind of funny because obviously with High Dive and the release that's happened that you can find online, it's all censored. High Dive, confirmed at this point, has a censored version. Now, it is simply stickered, so I don't know how different it's going to be with the actual release itself. We won't know until I think it's January 19th when it's finally releasing on ATX. That will be the uncensored version. So if that's what you're after and you don't like the stickers, I don't think the stickers so far with the first episode is that annoying. It's just, there's actually shots where I'm like, why wasn't there a sticker there? Most of the sticker shots are, yes, very strategically placed, and they're not too annoying. It's just only like whenever you get like a full front shot of her or, yes, lower shot. I will say that I think probably the most risque moment in the episode, yes, obviously when she first takes off everything and it's got like this back shot from low, but I think the most risque moment was easily when his tail gets crazy. He's on her lap and his tail gets crazy and she starts getting, whoa. I'm like, dang, girl, you're sensitive. Again, you know what they're doing. It's stupid. It's crazy. And I cannot wait to see the pigtail girl. The pigtail girl is the one that I want to see the most. Granted, the other girl in the PV, she's the one that Code Geass is a table, which is my famous saying for that because I think it's hilarious. The pink hair girl later on will do the Code Geassing of the table, which I'm sure that's going to be super, super spicy when it happens. But the one I'm looking forward to, the one that looks the goofiest, is obviously the pigtail blonde. So that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Who knows? Truth be told, like I said earlier, I do hope that they do have something in here besides just the ecchi. And there's a lot of possibilities they can do here. Again, really connecting with somebody that you could never connect to at school. Will it be eventually that he's able to change back and then he's able to use that information that he's gained to sort of make a better connection with Inukai? Obviously, it really sucks because he's been seeing her and she doesn't know that he's been seeing her. But I mean, it's kind of like going that aspect of changing through being connected to each other through unknown means. It's kind of like a Whisker Away. Whisker Away has the same concept. Is the girl is a cat and she's always hanging out with the boy, so she sees another side of him that, of course, that one didn't get raunchy. That one was going for a serious story. But it's kind of a similar concept as a Whisker Away. Will he see this other side of her and thus make a connection with her? And will there be any way that he can sort of make that connection with her if he ever changes back? Until then, lots of ecchi, lots of raunchy. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. The girls look hot. I'm sure it's going to be super raunchy. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions of this really dumb series and my attempts at making some serious commentary about it. It's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But anyways, if you like this video, make sure that like button down below, comment, Let me know what you think of the series so far, if you're going to be checking it out. Additionally, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get all my content. I do news reviews, first impressions, top list. If it's anime, it's pretty much here. I'll be doing first impressions of all the shows of the season and doing episode by episode impressions of the shows that have something to talk about. Or even if they don't have something to talk about and I just want to talk about for fun, which something like this. I know, again, maybe it might do something crazy. We don't know. Shoot, one room I took on a weird tangent, and that was a lot of fun. But I hope you guys enjoy this video as always. If you want to support the channel more, I would greatly appreciate if you consider supporting us on Patreon, our tips link, or Super Thanks button down below. We also have a membership button down there where you can join. I think everybody that does, and y'all take care.